Hey reviewers, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you have been well. Today we've got something very special. We've got the Toyota Yaris GR4. Let's take a closer look. Okay guys, let's just walk you around the car a little bit then. So this is the GR4 Yaris, it's the Circuit Pack Edition. So it looks absolutely fantastic as you can see, but what do you get in addition then? So you've got the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres there, you've got the red brake calipers, and you've got the BBS forged alloy wheels there. And what makes this car so special compared to the standard Yaris then? Well, it's pretty much because barely anything of this car is actually still a Yaris. Just to cover what some of those might be, the headlights here, the side mirrors, the rear lights, and the shark fin. Other than that, apart from the front part of the chassis, pretty much nothing remains of it. The front part is Toyota Yaris, the back part is Toyota Corolla, but even the roof is completely custom. So this is forged carbon fibre, and it's 45mm lower at the front and 95mm lower at the back. Coming round to the back here, we've got a fantastic spoiler on the car, and it really sets it off. It's nice and low, it's very aggressive. And the arches, of course, they're very wide. It's instantly recognisable from any other car on the market. Coming on to the front then, you've got a very wide and purposeful front grille there. You can see the intercooler, and you've actually got vents that do something. These feed air directly into the forced induction unit on the car, and of course the turbocharged unit. Coming on to the engine, it's a 1.6 turbocharged 3-cylinder engine producing 257 horsepower and 360 newton meters of torque. The torque comes in from 3,600 RPM all the way up to 5,500. In terms of the drivetrain then, this has got the new GR4 updated four-wheel drive system from Toyota. It has 3 switchable modes which we'll cover in the drive, but all of this combined makes the car weigh in at just 1,280 kilograms. Okay guys, so let's talk about the interior of the car, and I'm not going to go into as in-depth a one as I would do for say a normal Yaris, so we're just going to rattle through some of them. But you've got your main 8-inch display here. You don't get sat-nav as standard, but you do get Apple CarPlay or Android Auto on the Circuit Pack. I would recommend those anyway, so fantastic. Bluetooth, you can connect your phone to it, yep, fantastic on there as well. Audio settings. Down here, we've got your air conditioning unit. It's dual zone climate control, all the things you would think of as standard. So you've got your charging point, 12-volt outlet. Down here's where it gets a bit different. So because it's a GR4 and it's permanent four-wheel drive, you've got 3 switchable modes. So not driving modes, but the way that the car behaves in terms of its power delivery front to rear. So down here, if you can see this is your switchable modes. So normal is a standard. You can push down to switch if you do go into the other modes. Turn it to the left and you've got your sport mode, and turn it to the right and you've got your track mode. And the difference between them is this: normal mode, driving mode, is 60-40, so 60 power to the front, 40% to the back. Put it into the sport mode and you're going to have 30 on the front, 70 to the back, so you've got a rear wheel bias there, and it does make it a bit more lively. Not that we're going to be doing donuts in this car, but I can assure you it is fun. Track mode then is 50-50, so this is going to be quite literally if you're going to take it on a track or you're more focused and you don't want to kind of drift the car. Even weight distribution, definitely something that you want to try out, and it comes from Rally Heritage as well, so it really completes the car in the way that it drives. So the manual gearbox here, 6-speed, pull up for reverse. It's very precise, it feels very well engineered, so you get a fantastic feel from it. It's 50mm higher than a traditional Yaris, so it gives you that sporty vibe and feeling when you're driving the car. So massive plus, and it feels perfect. Down here, a proper handbrake. But not only is it a proper handbrake, but Toyota themselves on their website even say that when you use the handbrake, it disengages the four-wheel drive system completely. It decouples it. So can you handbrake turn this car? Yes. Yes, you can. Down here, bit of a homage there, bit of a nod to the WRC season. And it's a bit of a shame really for this car because it was made for the 2021 rally season, and a global pandemic seemed to get in the way of that. So that's kind of in jeopardy. Will it happen or not? Not sure. We'll have to wait and see. IMT here for your auto blipper up and down, traction control and fuel saving. Multifunction wheel then, if you know the Yaris, all of the features and functions that you would expect on a modern car, probably and more to be fair. Automatic lighting, wipers, it's LED lighting around for those who want to know. You've got the dual beam assisted headlights on the front as well, and that's automatic daytime running lights and lighting. Electronic mirrors, power windows. In terms of the seats then, I wasn't expecting much from these, and I mean that in the best possible way. When you think about a rally homologation car, or even a sporty car for that matter, probably you're not expecting comfort from it, but I can actually tell you that these seats are incredible. I will do some cuts to it because it's probably better seen from the cinematic footage, but you've got a beautiful suede here and leatherette finish to them. And just to give you a bit of context, I'm a tall guy at 6'4", 20 stone plus as well, so I wasn't expecting to feel comfortable in these, and actually they're very, very good. Now, it fits me perfectly. Headroom, it's a little bit close, but in terms of the driving position that I've got myself to, this is perfect for me. My head isn't rubbing on the ceiling. It's a snug fit, I'm going to tell you that, but actually it's fantastic. Viewing is great. Seated position is a little bit higher, like a few people have probably mentioned already, but actually it's great. And in terms of the visibility through the window here, although it does seem a little bit squat, it kind of reminds me as when I was younger and you had that kind of vinyl strip on your car, because obviously it made it go faster and you look cool, but you still see everything that you need to. It doesn't restrict the viewing in any way, shape or form. In terms of the back seats then, again, I'm going to cut to this because it's easier for you to see it in that way. Let's be honest, you're not buying this as a family car. Surprise, surprise. I mean, where that roof lining slopes in as well and it drops to 95mm lower than a normal Yaris, tall people are not going to have a fun time in the back. Kids will have a great time in the back. But it really isn't a family car, and you're probably not looking at buying it for that reason anyway. Could you get away with 2 adults in the back there? Yeah, probably. Long journeys, you're probably not going to be friends at the end of it. Just going back to the steering wheel here, you've got a lovely bit of GR detailing, and when you start the vehicle up as well, and I'm going to cut to it, you get the GR logo pop up on the main screen here and on the main display, and I really like that. Storage wise, just to cover it off a little bit, yeah, you've got all your traditional storage pockets and everything you might need there. Interior lighting, dimming rear view mirror as well, just up here. Something that is a bit nice for detailing, you've got a bit of a suede finish on the door pockets. You've got softer touch at the top here, but then again, yeah, you're not buying it for a luxury car as such. But in the overall fit, finish, and especially these seats, I am very, very impressed with. They're very comfortable. They're not too huggy either. I've been in, for example, Focus RS, and for my stature, yeah, it was kind of a snug fit in that seat. It kind of pinched you a little bit, but I've also got, you know, wide shoulders, and this seat is just spot on. So would I be comfortable in this for a long amount of miles? Yeah, definitely, no problem whatsoever. Okay guys, just take it for a drive. Been wanting to tell you guys I had it planned, but I wanted to keep it under wraps until it was a sure thing. Attracting a bit of attention from the dog walkers there. So we've done the walk around, and weather is not playing ball with us today, which is okay because we're in a 257 brake horsepower 4-wheel drive homologation special. I think grip and power and weather conditions are the least of our worries. So I've been with the car now for a couple of hours, and I can't get over how special it actually feels. So I really mean that, guys. I genuinely mean it feels special. It kind of reminds me of going back to, I don't know, mid to late 90 cars, where you had GTIs and GT4s. You had some really special vehicles there from Japan, and it kind of reminds me of that. It even reminds me of how it felt to be in something like a 106 GTI, not from the power perspective, but where you had the analog dials. And this car, I'm pleased to say, and I'll cut to it in a second, combines the best of both worlds, and it's something which is really close to my heart. I really like the analog dials in the car, and they've mixed it with a digital display in the middle, so you can go through your driver modes, economy, all of those really interesting things I'm sure you want to know about. stop behind a learner here, so probably a good time to talk to you about the four-wheel drive system, the new GR4 drive. So we've got it in normal mode at the moment, and for those who don't know, it's a 60-40 split, so it's not sending a majority of the power to the back wheels, it's at the front. Put it into sport mode though, and it flips that on its head, so you can have 30 at the front, 70 to the rear. I haven't tried it out, we're not going to be doing donuts or drifting today, but I've been told it's very, very sporty. Switch it into the track mode and you're going to have 50-50 distribution. A true race car, true WRC style delivery of the power there. And the way this car grips and pulls is absolutely astonishing. When we're sticking to the speed limits, of course, I'm just slowing right down to allow that learner to get ahead. I want to give you a little bit of bean so you can see what it's like. Okay, so I'm going to put my foot down, this is second. Yeah, wow, 40 miles an hour. That's incredible. I tell you, the way it pulls and grips is unbelievable. The confidence that it gives you mid-corner as well, to put that traction down, put that power down, is phenomenal. I'm going to put it into the track mode. So on the screen in front of me, it's now highlighted we're in track, changed its colour. It looks angry, it looks ready. I mentioned as well, for a small car, the level of equipment that you get, absolutely phenomenal. It pulls. Yeah, it's beautiful. And the confidence mid-corner, I mean, obviously you feel like you can really put this down. Yeah, a huge amount of confidence. Blip down. Lovely. That's a manual blip, by the way, we're not using IMT. Super impressive. So even in these wet conditions, absolutely no problem for the GR4 system and the Pilot Sport 4S tyres. This car is built for this. So yeah, for a big guy, I mentioned about driving position. For me, once you've got it tuned in, 6'4", I think it's absolutely spot on. You're not going to buy this as a family car, clearly, but for a toy or a track weapon, incredible. Oh, that bark and the low down power delivery, honestly, absolutely incredible. So the car weighs in at 1280 kilograms. It can go up to just over 1300, but to be fair, you're not going to notice that anyway. So the track setting's pretty decent. In a minute we're going to put it into the sport mode and just see if we can get a little bit of rear wheel play from it. Let's just get around this roundabout. So we're in the sport mode. Yeah, I mean, it goes around corners incredibly well, guys. You see how wet this is? Definitely would then take this to a track without a shadow of a doubt. The UK roads are just pale into insignificance in terms of the ability of this vehicle. Wow, what a fantastic car. What a fantastic car. So you've got limited slip diff in the front and the rear, and that's coupled with the new GR4 system. The way it puts down power, my word. We're going to go back that way. I want to give you a little bit more acceleration and then we'll come back again. Do a bit more cornering. So I know that some of the sound of this car is pumped in through the speakers. I've given you a bit of exhaust and I'll kind of cut to that, but again, it's got a GPF filter on there, so it's not a kind of raw burble that you would get of some of the cars of old. But to me personally, do I feel that that matters in this car? Do I feel like some of this a bit of an orchestra for you? No, not really. In a day and age where time is precious, you might not be able to get to a track day, so going out for a quick blast on a Sunday and hearing that, yeah, I can see why they would do it. Now I know Imran over at Rev-views works out and how it sounds, but not only that, the power increase it's going to bring to this vehicle. The commitment and workmanship by the guys over at Evolve is incredible. I can't wait to see what they do with their GR. Steering is so precise, honestly. Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should. Honestly, this car brings back some memories. What an incredible car. And for just under £35,000 to get the circuit pack. And no one's going to know what the market's going to do. Are these cars going to appreciate due to how rare they're going to be? Quite possibly. But either way, you've got something very special in this vehicle. Something which won't easily be replicated. Cheeky turning circle. Wow, look at that. So the feel that you get from the brakes as well, we're going to do a bit more handling up ahead, but so far so good. You've got ventilated disc front and rear, and the circuit pack gives you those red painted GR calipers. Oh, this is such a driver's car. I know it's going to be a lot of noises and ooh ah, I can assure you it really is. It absolutely delivers. If you're even considering anything sporty, anything along these lines, you owe it to yourself to go and try this car. They're not going to be around forever, and they may well be a super limited run. So if you're interested, definitely get down there and try one of these out. So the 0 to 60 time of this car is a claimed 5.5 seconds, and I tend to believe them. Let's give it a whirl. Gearbox and the clutch then, yeah, I think it's great. It's got a lovely machined mechanical smooth feel to every shift. You know, it's a gearbox which is highly engineered, purposeful. The clutch, you know, yeah, it's a little bit on the sharp side, but it kind of has to be. It's there to withstand over 250 horsepower, 360 newton meters of torque. The way the gearbox actually feels in your hand as well is great. It has a kind of a GTI feel to it. You know, you kind of got a bit of a golf ball at the top there, but it's great. Nice short shifts. Yeah, massively impressive. It's got some twisties coming up, so I'm going to put the power down, show you how it handles. It's 50, so got to keep within the limits. Very slow forward focus up ahead. A rally car, that is not. I'll tell you what though, if you took this car to a track or, you know, a racing event, you're going to decimate, honestly. The grip that it gives you and the way that you can put the power down mid-corner, wow. Just for reference, the car in front is doing 36 in a 50. It's in no hurry. And the car in front is not a Toyota. We're going to do a left down here, a couple of decent roads, bit of cornering, and then back to the dealership. What a car, honestly, what a car. So the way it puts down the power is something else. It really does start to put you back from 3.5 onwards, like it states. But it keeps pulling, it really does keep pulling. I think you could do a bit of adjustment, so you could maybe up the turbo pressure if you're going to tune it, make it pull really, really strong to the red line, but yeah, fantastic. But even through town, when you're going a bit slower, it's still a very well-behaved car. Economy-wise, we've averaged 22.8 for the journey, so yeah, we weren't exactly trying, let's be honest. if you're going to buy this car anyway and then try and get a high MPG figure, it's probably wasted on you. Wow, that is phenomenal. Yeah, the poise that it gives you, you know, going into a corner, absolutely amazing. The BBS wheels, forged alloys of course, paired with those Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. Yeah, absolutely amazing. A lot of cars do feel quite numb. This you actually can tell when you're pushing it a little bit too much and you're starting to lose grip. But you really do have to push the car to get those signals. Other than that, it's just going to eat it up. Just going to get past these pedestrians. Lovely. So yeah, it's a bit of a back road hero, this, bit of a B road king. But on a track, I can imagine it would be absolutely brutal. Yeah, it's just on rails, honestly. Water splash. No drama. Okay guys, so we're coming to the end of the test drive now. Just to summarise then, is it a good car? It's a great car. Honestly, it is a fantastic car. There's not much not to like about it. There really isn't. There's a potential for it to increase in value as well. It's kind of one of a kind, you know, it's rare. You're not going to see many of these on the road whatsoever. It's not just like another M car or another S car or an RS car for that matter. Yeah, massive thumbs up from me. Huge power, great level of equipment. It's comfortable for what it is, very, very comfortable still. Yeah, absolute winner. Performance is jaw-dropping, grip levels are amazing, the feedback from the steering is also incredible. So it brings us to the end guys, so I just want to say thank you so much to Amber and the team at SLM Toyota, and thank you guys for watching as well. If you haven't subscribed already, we'd love to have you on the channel. So hit that subscribe button and the bell to know when new videos come out. And as always, stay safe, have fun, and I'll see you on the next one.